I'm live at the Temple University School of Podiatric Medicine, where I spoke with Dr. Palamarchuk. For the past 28 years, he has taken his top 10 podiatry students to the Boston Marathon for fun and training. But the highlight of the semester turned into horror when a bomb exploded near where the Temple crew was set up. Dr. Palamarchuk told me that the most shocking part of the experience was seeing a festive environment of happy, healthy runners turn into misery. The doctor does warn if left untreated, scarlet fever can lead to rheumatic fever, which can cause rheumatic heart disease. After a month of testimonies, witnesses continue to take a stand against Monsignor William J. Lynn, who is accused of covering up sexual abuse within the clergy. Many Palestinians hope for a two-state solution in the future. But Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said there will be no separate Palestinian state unless there is an assurance of the security of Israel's citizens.
In my head, I thought this is 9/11.
The first Boston Marathon bomb exploded about 100 yards away from the tent where Dr. Howard Palamarchuk and his Temple University sports medicine students were stationed. At first, Palamarchuk thought it was an industrial accident, but fear quickly set in.
You heard one bomb, then the second, and you're almost bracing yourself for the third.
Podiatry student Matt Rementer has worked at marathons in the past and was not expecting to treat more than blisters and ankle sprains.
It was very surreal. It was like a war zone. We keep talking about it. It was very much like a war zone. Walking back, just seeing all these different things, hearing all these different stories about more bombs being found, and then hearing that possibly a third bomb went off.
Palamarchuk describes the front line.
Those that are able to walk are shredded. I mean, their clothes are shredded. There's blood pouring out of different, I don't know if that's a bad word, but there's blood coming out of different areas of their body.
Dr. Palamarchuk and Rementer say not a second was wasted. The volunteers and medics all came together to help. A large party on the third floor of a row house on North 18th Street turned deadly after a Westchester student fell from the roof. The police were called to the scene just after 5 p.m. Wednesday evening. According to investigators, she fell over a 10-inch ledge and landed on the concrete. The woman was then rushed to Temple University Hospital, where she was pronounced dead. Police say as many as 40 people were partying on the roof with alcohol present, but there is no indication yet that alcohol was involved in any way. Watch Temple Update now and Temple Update for developments on the story.
Sweating is a really important part of staying cool.
That's because when perspiration evaporates, it carries heat away with it. And get this, Dr. Jennifer Cottle of University Doctors Family Medicine in Washington Township, New Jersey, says 25% of our sweat glands are in our feet.
Make sure you're wearing sandals if you can. Keep the feet out, okay? Let them sweat, let them air out.
Dr. Cottle says putting water in your body is just as important as sweating it out.
With the waters, with the sports drinks, with the fruits, that's a really good way to go.
Are fruit drinks a good idea?
Sugary drinks, lots of fruit juices, they can actually make dehydration worse.
Try natural fruit instead. Freeze watermelon, oranges, and even grapes for a refreshing treat.
Doesn't have to be unhealthy at all.
Salty snacks like olives, pickles, and pretzels also help combat heat exhaustion and heat stroke.
When we lose fluid, we lose salt, and that's what dehydration is about.
But for some, too much water is the bigger problem.
If you've had major heart problems in the past, you might need to limit your fluid intake.
Are there certain people who are more at risk than others?
Those are young kids, those are people who are older, and people with certain chronic medical conditions.
The weather didn't keep this family behind closed doors.
This is the first day of summer and we wanted to come out and enjoy. How do you cool off? Oh, she's out.
Kate Lavender, NBC 10 News. I'm Kate Lavender. We'll see you next time.